The bedroom door clicked shut, a sound as final as a gunshot in the suffocating silence of our home. I stood frozen, my hand still on the knob, staring at the grain of the wood, as if it could explain why my wife, Lena, had just walked out mid-conversation. Her phone clutched like a lifeline. For a month, she'd been a ghost in our marriage, distant, distracted, her excuses sharp and flimsy as broken glass. "I'm busy," she'd say, eyes darting to her screen, fingers moving with a secret urgency. Tonight, I pressed her. "Lena, what's going on? Talk to me." Her response was a slammed door and the echo of her footsteps fading down the hall. My chest tightened, a sick weight settling in my gut. Something was wrong, terribly, irreversibly wrong. The living room felt like a stage set. All our shared history reduced to props. The worn leather couch where we binged old movies, the coffee table stained with rings from her late-night wine. I sank onto the couch, the leather creaking beneath me, and tried to piece together the fragment of the past month. Her late nights at the office, her phone always face down, the laughter that had once been warm now brittle and performative, as if meant for an audience I couldn't see. I told myself it was work stress, just a phase. But now, the truth clawed at me, raw and unrelenting. She was hiding something. I reached for my phone, my thumb hovering over her contact. Call her. Demand answers. But all I could see were the moments I'd ignored. The lipstick smudge on her collar, too bold for her usual shade, the faint scent of an unfamiliar cologne on her scarf. Each memory a pinprick, sharp and accusing. What if she wasn't just busy? What if she was someone else's? The next morning, Lena was already gone. Her side of the bed was cold, the sheets untouched. A note on the counter read, "Meeting all day. Don't wait up." Her handwriting, once looping and soft, looked rushed, almost angry. I crumpled the paper, my knuckles white. Anger. Fear. I couldn't tell which was stronger. I grabbed my keys and drove to her office, telling myself I just needed to see her, to prove I was wrong. Her building loomed like a glass monolith under a gray October sky. I parked across the street, hands trembling as I gripped the wheel. This is crazy, I thought. You're stalking your own wife. Then she appeared, stepping out of revolving doors, coat flapping the wind, and beside her a man, tall, sharp-jawed, dressed in a tailored suit. He walked too close. His hand brushed her elbow. She laughed, her head tilting toward him in a way that made my stomach twist. It was a laugh I hadn't heard in months. I followed them. My car trailed at a distance, my pulse hammering in my ears. They stopped at a cafe, settling into a corner booth by the window. I parked, watching through the glass as he leaned in, passing her a coffee. Their fingers touched. She didn't pull away. My vision blurred. Hot tears stung my eyes. Was this it? The truth I'd been too afraid to face? For days, I lived in a haze. I checked her phone when she showered, my hands shaking. No confessions, just messages from Mark, her co-worker. "See you at 7. Missed you today." Each one a knife twisting deeper. That night, I confronted her. "Who's Mark, Lena? Why is he texting you at midnight?" Her eyes widened, then narrowed, guilt flickering before defiance. "He's just a colleague, Tom." "God, you're being paranoid." Her voice was sharp, but it wavered. She turned away, clattering dishes just to drown me out. I stopped asking, stopped begging for intimacy or honesty. I became a silent detective in my own marriage, piecing together the story she wouldn't tell me. A hotel receipt in her purse, a hushed call in the backyard. Lena wasn't just distant. She was gone. The final blow came on a rainy Tuesday. I took the day off, heart pounding as I followed her to a quiet street lined with brownstones. She parked, looked around, and slipped inside one. Minutes dragged by. Then I saw them through a window. Lena and Mark tangled in an embrace, her hands in his hair, his lips on her neck. The world tilted. Breath caught in my throat. This wasn't suspicion anymore. This was betrayal. I didn't confront her. I drove home through the rain, every drop on the windshield blurring like the life I thought we had. That night, she came home late, cheeks flushed. "Client dinner," she said, not meeting my eyes. I nodded. "Calm. Hollow. Sounds nice. She froze, she knew. The next morning, I left a note of my own. I know, Lena. We need to talk. I didn't wait for her response. I packed a bag, drove to a motel with a flickering neon sign that matched the pulse of my broken trust. My phone buzzed with her calls, apologies, please, excuses. I didn't answer. Hours later, she showed up at my door, mascara streaked, voice trembling. Tom, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. I was lost. Mark was just there. Her words were empty echoes of what we used to be. Why? I asked, my voice cracking. Why wasn't I enough? She had no answer, only tears. And in that moment, I realized the cruel truth. The betrayal wasn't just hers. I betrayed myself, ignoring the signs, clinging to a marriage already falling apart. I walked away, leaving her in the rain, both of us drowning in the wreckage of choices we couldn't undo.